Being lost in life doesn't feel the same way people describe it. It's not confusion, it's not sadness, it's not even emptiness. It feels like movement. You're doing things, you're making dua, going to work, getting through the day, saying Alhamdulillah. But underneath all of it, there's this quiet feeling that none of it is going anywhere. Like you're walking fast, but you stopped knowing why a long time ago. That's the real loss. It's not paralysis like in those horror movies where you freeze in front of the villain. No, you move, but you have no destination. And the reason most Muslims stay there isn't a lack of deen, it's a lack of picture. And this is what we are going to do today, painting the picture. And to do this, I first want you to answer this question. Who do you want to become? When I say answer this question, I'm not asking you to write, bro, I want to be a surgeon. Okay, buddy, but how is this surgeon? Where do you work? What is your salary? What do you do in your free time? Are you married? If yes, any name in mind? Do you have children? If so, how many? Where do you live? How is your home? Any garden? What does a day in your life look like? When do you wake up? When do you sleep? What do you do in your daily life? What's your relation with Allah? How many times you pray? Where do you pray? Do you have a room dedicated to praying in your home? See, this is the kind of specificity I want you to write. Make it as vivid as possible. Otherwise, it'll be another exercise that leads nowhere. Because most people have never written this down. They have a feeling, yeah. It's a vague pull towards something better. But a feeling has no coordinates. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot walk toward a feeling. You can only walk toward a picture. And the Prophet ﷺ was specific in his dua. The Quran is specific about the qualities of the people Allah loves. Specificity isn't arrogance, it's orientation. So please write the person down. Be specific. Just enough that when you read it back, you know exactly who you're making dua to become. Now the second question I want you to answer is real hard, okay? It's quite harder, but it's necessary, and here's why. For us, human beings, fear is a more effective deterrent than hope is a motivator. I say it again, fear is a more effective deterrent than hope is a motivator. Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman talked about this in a study. Al-Ghazali wrote it in the revival of the religious science, and therefore, running from something you're afraid of is far more effective than pursuing hope. So here's the question. Who are you refusing to become? It can be anything. The version of you that chooses comfort over movement. The one who's been meaning to change for 3 years. The one who makes dua at Fajr and picks up his phone at 9 a.m. and wonders why nothing shifts. The one who didn't get the job of your dream. The one who couldn't visit Mecca. Anything. But again, make it visceral, make it vivid and painful enough so when you read it, you say, Ya Allah, help me not to be this person. You see, most Muslims spend zero time defining this person. So they stay abstract, and abstract enemies don't produce resistance. They just produce shame. But when you write him down specifically, when you describe the exact habits, the exact patterns, the exact version of a 50-year-old you that you're genuinely afraid of becoming, something really changes. This person becomes real, and real things can be refused. Ibn al-Qayyim wrote about the nafs with this kind of specificity as an adversary to know. And you cannot outmaneuver an enemy you refuse to look at directly. So write the person down, be honest about what they look like, and the contrast between those two persons is the path you should stay within. Now, there is one more thing I want you to do. On that same paper, write the 3 or 5 things you can do today to move in the direction of your best self. Not this week, not this month, not the next year, but today. And here's why this matters. Tawakkul without asbab isn't faith. It's passivity dressed in religious language. Allah's system, the one He wrote in 1311, Allah does not change the condition of a people unless they change what is in themselves, requires you to move first. And the actions don't have to be large, but they have to be real and they have to be today. One conversation you've been avoiding, one thing you've been meaning to learn, one idea you need to work on, one message you need to send. Something that, if you did it today, would mean the person you want to become took one step forward and the person you refuse to become took one step back. Write 3 actions, 5 if they come, but please don't write 10 things you won't do. And when you finish writing, when you have the person you're becoming, the person you're refusing to be, and the actions you're moving on, you just stop and you ask Allah to change you. And He found you lost and guided you. Ad-Duha 93:7. This was said to the Prophet ﷺ, the most guided man to ever walk the earth. And Allah described his role as the one who found him lost and guided him. So, Habibi, you're not pulling yourself out of lost. You're positioning yourself to be found. The writing is the positioning. The dua is the acknowledgement that everything after it belongs to Allah. That's it. That's the whole exercise. The Muslims who stay lost aren't missing effort. Most of them are working real hard, but they're missing a picture clear enough to walk toward. So write it down, ask Allah to move you toward it, and tell me if it helps.